nearly there, Thomas.
Morning and welcome to the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2025 for our 16th arrival in the fleet this year. Thomas has been pushing every single bit of effort to bring this in to the finish line. He passed Call to Earth overnight. He's been pushing against them for a good few days, trying to get past them, and oh my goodness, has he done it. This is the World's Toughest Row, Atlantic 2025. I'm Charlotte Drew, live from English Harbour in Antigua and Barbuda for the arrival of Madlantic. Coming into the finish line, he keeps looking over his shoulder, looking to see where that finish line is, making sure he's going in the right direction. We've had tears from Thomas already. He's gritted his teeth. So close yet so far. He's given everything and he must be absolutely exhausted.
Come on, this is a Madlantic finish. Come on!
He's rode 3,000 miles, given it every single little bit of shred of endurance he has within him. Ah, yes.
Come on, Thomas!
Asking the crowd on the court for some support. Come on, Thomas!
Thomas!
Tears again now from Thomas.
Madlantic
Can't believe that this is it.
Come on, Thomas! Come
Seconds
on!
away from the finish
You got
line.
this, my boy! You
After
got
41 days of rowing across the Atlantic from
You
the
got
Canaries
this,
to the
Thomas!
Caribbean. Wow, what a performance from Thomas. And the flare's gone. You've done it!
Thomas, you done it! Yes! Yes, Thomas! Well done, Thomas! You're the man!
He foot steered his whole way in.
You are the man, Thomas!
Visibly shaking.
Yeah! Yeah!
Wow.
Thomas!
What an
You're the
effort.
man!
Absolutely incredible. Thomas from Belgium has just rowed solo across the Atlantic in the World's Toughest Row, Atlantic 2025 in 41 days.
Thomas the powerhouse!
He left La Gomera in the Canaries on the 14th of December and has arrived into Antigua on the 24th of January 2026. He is sobbing.
Good job, my boy.
Kissing
Welcome
his
to
boat.
Antigua.
He can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. When we met him out there, just around the corner, first thing he said was, "I'm exhausted. I don't believe this man has had any sleep in the last 48 hours."
Yes! You did it! Thomas! You did it! Yes! 3,000 miles!
Yes, Thomas!
Welcome to Antigua!
Madlantic in the World's Toughest Row, Atlantic 2025, is celebrating his arrival over the finish line.
Good job, Thomas! Welcome to Antigua!
He can barely believe it.
You did 3,000 miles! You're the man, Thomas! You're the man! We celebrate you, Thomas! You run 3,000 miles! Yeah! Yeah! Good job, Thomas! Good job! Good job! 3,000 miles!
Yes!
Whoa! Congratulations! Well done! Congratulations, Thomas! You're the boss!
Absolutely phenomenal. Madlantic in the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2025 has arrived solo, representing Belgium. 41 days from San Sebastian de La Gomera in the Canaries all the way to Nelson's Dockyard, English Harbour. He's the first arrival of today. Call to Earth, the mixed trio are just behind him. They're due in about an hour or so. Absolutely incredible performance from Thomas. 41 days of non-stop rowing, no engine, no sail, no support boat, eat, sleep, row, repeat. Everything has been done on board that boat. Constant onboard maintenance and safety checks. The ultimate adventure of a lifetime. 100% reshaping limits and perspective. Thomas in the world's toughest row. He's a dentist by trade, a Belgian adventurer with a love of extreme challenges and exploration, drawn naturally to the ocean rowing through endurance pursuits and discovery. This was the ultimate of adventures for Thomas. He even carried an emergency dentistry kit on board, local anaesthetic included, thankfully unused. Okay, so Thomas is going to row himself now into Nelson's dockyard, where you can see just beyond those boats. When we get in, we will meet him on land. He will step onto land for the first time in 41 days. Keep your messages of support coming in. Share the live. Let everybody in Belgium know that Thomas has just rowed solo across the Atlantic. And we will see you in a few minutes.
You're the boss.
Thanks for watching so far. Hello and welcome back to the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2025 for our 16th arrival out of a 43 strong fleet. This is Thomas from Belgium bringing it into land. Thank you so much for watching live. Thank you for joining us. Keep your messages of support coming in. Absolutely incredible job.
100 more meters and Thomas has made it safe and sound to the dockyard. Once again, let's give it up for Madlantic!
His last few strokes. Land finally is here for him after nothing but weeks of blue.
Let's pop some flares and let's get the day started. Welcome to Antigua, Thomas! Yes, you are here, Thomas. The second Belgian solo to cross the Atlantic Ocean. 10 more meters, and we've made it all the way. Give it up for Madlantic!
Every ounce wrung out.
And I think we're going to be a perfect approach to the dockyard. Well done, Thomas.
The adrenaline is certainly getting him through these last few moments before he steps onto land. Exhaustion colliding with
This is
disbelief
how
and
you
relief.
handle it after 3,000 miles. Well done, Thomas.
Carsten, race director, just asked him if he was okay. He said yes, but just really hard to get in. Through gritted teeth and tears, he gave it absolutely everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Madlantic! 3,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean as a solo rower, the second Belgium solo rower to do the crossing. Well done, Thomas, well done. And Madlantic representing Belgium!
That works, it's perfect. Come on, Tom, come on!
Yeah! That's the spirit. And I can promise you, Thomas here, there's not been much sleep the last 24 hours. It's been all in on this boat, and now he's here, safe and sound. Would we like to see Thomas step on land? Yeah! I think that was a yes.
Back in the black.
Welcome to Antigua.
Come forward, come forward.
Back together with his family. It's been Christmas away, New Year's away. As always, emotional scenes here at the dockyard. Special made banner from the family here.
Banner from the family.
Arrival of a hero.
Proud mom and dad.
The banner from his godchild. It's the name of my godchild.
Made by
And
his
another banner
godchild.
from Thomas Godchild. For sure watching. Aaron watching back home. Come on! Thomas, it's time to step on to the podium.
So now for his official welcome into Antigua after 41 days of rowing across the Atlantic.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we have witnessed here on a Saturday morning at Nilson's Dockyard, English Harbour, was the incredible arrival of Madlantic. Thomas from Belgium, who started his journey December 14th last year in La Gomera, now here safe and sound at Nilson's Dockyard, English Harbour, aka Paradise. He did his crossing in 41 days and 15 minutes. We have Kavinia here handing over a certificate of achievement from our adjudicator, Ocean Rowing Stats, and a gift bag with the I Rowed Atlantic t-shirt that we now see rowers walking around the dockyard and in English Harbour wearing that. Always good to see. Thomas, what a ride! The entire crossing, obviously, but the last 24 hours, you went all in. Now you're here. How much sleep did you get last night?
3, which is it felt okay to 3 because I didn't feel like sleeping, but then I wanted to finish in daylight, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna slow down a bit. And when I woke up after 3 hours, it was like, okay, now we go full gas all the way to the finish, and yeah, it was amazing. It's so sick to know that your body can be limitless. Like the past 4 weeks, I got into a rhythm, and I just never stopped rowing, and I did like shifts of 16 hours with barely any breaks, and that feeling of being an athlete at that level, it's what I live for. And I wanted to find this at the World Surface Row, and I found more.
You found more in the World Surface Row. That's good to hear. As I mentioned when you came in, you're the second Belgian solo rower to cross the Atlantic Ocean. You're also now the fastest Belgian solo rower, and you've beat the previous time with more than 10 days. So, obviously on a crossing 41 days, 3,000 miles, there's ups and downs out on the ocean. When you had some down moments, what brought you back to the oars and carried on?
You know, I've been doing endurance sports for like 7-8 years, and I learned during those years that when it goes bad, just keep on rowing. And we had 2 weeks with barely any wind, and it was frustrating, but after those days I was so proud because I just kept on pushing, and I didn't see any people coming closer, so I was like, yeah, just keep on rowing, and yeah, then you're here.
And now you're here. Being a solo, it's no secret, and I say it out loud when people ask me about the teams we have in the race. I say they're all a little bit crazy, but the solos, they are real crazy. Being alone out there, how's that?
You know, I didn't know what it was like, and I kind of liked it to be on my own. And when I felt a bit lonely, maybe on holidays or other days, I just put on Starlink. I wrapped my phone around here, and I just called people for like 3 hours, and I forgot that I was rowing for 3 hours. And yeah, you know, I was never ever alone. I had so much encouragement from people, from friends, from people I didn't even know. And you know, I've been training for this 2 years completely alone after work, going on sea in a pitch dark night, And then when it's actually happening, everyone is there, and I was never ever alone on the ocean.
You are never alone, as we say in the World Cup row. The rows are never rowing alone. So, last question for me before we do a live interview with Charlotte here is that to people back home in Belgium who are thinking about taking on a challenge, what do you have to say to them?
You know, I literally rehearsed what I'm going to tell now. If you have a dream and it seems impossible, it's actually not. Just with the right drive, the dedication and the sacrifices, you can do so much. And yeah, sometimes you're literally limitless, and just keep chasing everything and don't stop.
Keep chasing and don't stop. Wise words for Thomas here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more thing from Thomas.
So, 2 minutes. So, I'm second, which mean I'm not first. So, you know, I lost against Derek, and I was asking myself a couple of weeks ago, is it really losing when you lose against somebody who also puts his heart, all the passion in this? And I was like, no, it's not losing. It's for me a privilege. Compete to you, Derek.
And Derek is standing out here. Well said. We'll have a quick hug here before we do the hip hip hooray with Thomas. This is the spirit of the World Cup row, ladies and gentlemen. So, Madlantic, 41 days and 50 minutes. Let's start the Saturday with a big hip hip hooray. Thomas, hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Well done, Thomas. And we got a horn as well. Now we do a live interview with Charlotte. Then stay tuned because we have Call to Earth coming in strong. They will be at the finish line within a half an hour. So Media Boat will soon head out again. So stay around and let's have another rival where there will be a world record.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
There is not a dry eye in the place. Absolutely incredible.
No, absolutely not.
So where did you dig, because you had to dig deep to get in there, and you said that was a really tough entrance coming into the harbour, coming around the headland and into the harbour. How, I mean, I literally thought that you had nothing left in the tank. What got you in?
So, when I was 3 miles from the finish line, I still was surfing 7-8 knots on waves. So I knew it was like something's not right because there was some squalls and those accelerated the wind and the waves. But then, yeah, you just get in full adrenaline mode, and I just kept on pushing, and then it was a really safe feeling that you guys were there as well. But it was really hard because I was getting pushed onto the wall sometimes, and yeah, my steering was at the maximum limit, so I just had to do everything myself, and it was so hard. But yeah, it's why we do it, and I'm so glad I'm safe here again. It's
and you're
amazing.
here, and you don't even seem like you're. I'm shaking more than you are.
Yeah, I'm shaking.
You are shaking. So what did the ocean teach you about yourself?
You know, the ocean, it's so beautiful. It's completely different each time. People always ask me like, is it going to be boring? But it was never boring. And even though you're on a boat 8 by 2 meters, there's so much freedom around there, and it was absolutely what I was searching for. And it's a cool thing as well. And my body could just keep on rowing. I didn't have any problems, like some minor stuff, and I always could fix it. So yeah, having a race like this, I could never ever dream of. I could have never dreamed of a race like this.
No, it was absolutely phenomenal. Really, really good. And to see you overtake Call to Earth, it was like, is it going to be Madlantic? Is it going to be Call to Earth? Who's coming in first? You had a shark encounter out there. Tell us about that, the fear, the awe, or both.
Yeah, so I was it was quite a gnarly day because the waves were coming from the sides and I was always getting tipped over a bit. And all of a sudden I thought like, oh, there's a dolphin there, because I saw like a fin. And then I saw another one at the back. I was like, oh, that's not a dolphin. And it was so nice to see. For like 1 minute I was like, oh, should I be scared? But then I was like, oh no, when I'm on the boat, I'm fine. And I could just see like his behavior. It was so nice to see, like pure nature, where he was like searching a bit and not guiding, but like, yeah, looking a bit what I was like, and then yeah, it got away. But yeah, now I'm like, ah, damn, I should have put the GoPro in the water, but yeah, I need my hands as a dentist.
Yeah, still has some rowing left to go, right? You're rowing for the Leuven Cancer Institute. You know, how did thinking about that change the way you dealt with some of those tough, hard, you know, mind moments out there?
Yeah, you know, for me, now it was suffering for 41 days, but there are people out there who suffer for way longer and way harder. So for me, it's just like temporary, and I'm really like, okay, I can do something for the community by rowing, by raising money for everybody. So yeah, it was really a motivation as well to just keep on rowing and to just inspire other people. And if they're inspired, then they will donate more money. So everybody can still donate money, by the way.
There is always that opportunity. So you're here now. You've got lots of friends. Whoop. Thank you. You've got lots of friends, family, everybody back home watching live on YouTube. What would you like to say to them? In addition to what you've already said.
Okay. Ah, damn. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
You can say it in Belgian as well.
Oké. Iedereen, dikke merci voor er te zijn. Ik wil niet weten, maar zonder Ella had echt nooit hetzelfde geweest. Op de boot, ik voelde me nooit alleen en het was echt fantastisch. Ik hou echt van de dingen die ik doe in mijn leven en dit er een van zijn is fantastisch. Ik heb er echt te weinig woorden voor. Ik had ook nooit onder woorden kunnen brengen wat ik allemaal heb beleefd.
Thank you so much. We've had a message come in saying, thank you for your honest humanity today. Congratulations on a phenomenal accomplishment. What are you most looking forward to now?
French fries.
French fries! Well, we have those on island. Fantastic.
And a stable toilet.
And a stable toilet. I hear you. Okay, thank you very much, Thomas. It's lovely to have you here in Antigua.
Yes,
Enjoy Antigua.
Thank you very much. This is weird.
So straight onto the scales for his weigh in, find out how much weight he may or may not have lost. He's looking very, very strong. Absolutely incredible performance there from Thomas of Madlantic. Right, next up we have got Madlantic is in solo across the Atlantic and also beat the next trio that's coming in overnight, overtook and did an amazing job at that. Okay, next up, Call to Earth. They're about less than an hour away, maybe about 40 minutes last time I checked, about 9:40. But we're going to go straight back out. We're going to go and find them and then we'll be bringing them in. So don't go anywhere. We're going to close off this live, start a new one. So make sure that you reopen or set your notifications so that you get a notification when we do go live again for the arrival of the UK's Call to Earth, our mixed trio. I look forward to seeing you shortly.